Hello and welcome to Compare and Contrast Text Structures. This lesson is on using transition words to make your text flow smoothly. Much smoother than that little weird arm thing I just did. Anyway, compare and contrast text structure is when you describe the similarity and the differences between two different things. So, let's use an example of my two favorite rappers. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are both female rappers from New York City. That's something they have in common, so they're comparing them. While Cardi became well known from appearing on reality TV, Nicki became famous after her album Pink Friday dropped in 2010. So there I'm contrasting, I'm saying what's different between the two artists. So you organize this in something called a Venn diagram, which you've probably seen before. In the Venn diagram, you have the differences on the outside and the similarity in the middle. If you notice, I made this one red, this one yellow, because then when you put them together, it makes orange. Okay, I'm the only one who thought that was cool? Cool. So let's do an example. How do you know if something is compare and contrast text? Well, you look for the transition words. See if you can find them as we go through this example. It is easy to confuse alligators and crocodiles. They both look a lot alike. However, they are very different creatures. First, the two animals live in different types of habitats. Crocodiles like salt water, like the water found in oceans. Alligators, on the other hand, prefer the fresh water of lakes and swamps. Do you see them? Do you see all of them? Let's take a look. If you said, yes, I saw all four of them, then you are correct. These highlighted sections are all transition phrases that you can use to show comparing and contrasting. Remember, transition words are words that link sentences or ideas together. They're like spice that you add to your writing to make it taste good or sound good in this case. So when you're talking about things that are similar, you would use words like, similar to, both, as well as. When you're talking about things that are different, you might use a whole bunch of different phrases. You could say unlike, in contrast, however. I feel like those words need to be said in fancy ways. Whereas, different from, instead of, as opposed to, while. Basically, these are all ways of saying one thing is different from another thing. So let's do an example. You're going to look at a passage and figure out how to describe it using transition words. So passage number 1, just FYI, Tijan's not really my brother. I just like using kids' names in my examples. So my brother Tijan and I are alike because we resemble one another. We are both tall with skinny legs, long arms, and dark hair. My teacher always says, you look just like your brother Tijan. Also, we both play basketball, but I'm actually better than he is. We both love ice cream for dinner, dessert, especially on Friday nights after pizza. Question number 2. The noses of crocodiles and alligators are quite different. Crocodiles have long, narrow, pointed snouts that make a V shape. They look like they are smiling and showing some of their teeth. Alligators have U-shaped snouts, and their teeth stay hidden until they are ready to take a bite of something tasty. Well, that's all for today. I hope you're ready to use some of these transition words to spice up your writing. Add a little hot sauce to your writing, or sriracha.